So everyone are good with the topic like whatever we discussed on networking, right, guys? One small round of yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Guys, how about
Yes, sir.
others?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's quickly make a start. Let me log in my portal.azure.com. And I think like last class we were been talking about VNet, subnet, and then we were talking about creating an VM with a public IP and connecting with from our base machine and other things. These are the things that we discussed yesterday. I mean, a day before yesterday, I believe. So from there, we clearly came to know that if the machine has a public IP, then we can able to connect from wherever we are. If you need to talk to the private machine, then you should know very well that you should be inside that particular VNet. Then only you can able to connect. Yes, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So today, like we are going to discuss about the same thing, but something higher the ladder. So I'm just logging into my portal.azure.com. Just give me a couple of minutes, guys. Yeah, let me share my screen. So I'm ready. So guys, now you know very well, like first of all, we need to create a VNet. So what I will do, I will click on virtual network and then let me create a VNet, first VNet. So I need to keep it inside a resource group. I'll just create a resource group called RG1 and it's VNet1, first VNet. So I'm just going to choose the default size /16 means 65,536. And I will just give a subnet name called subnet1 and let it be the size of 24 itself. Okay, and then I will click on save. So I will click on review and create. As of now in my subnet one, totally how many available IPs I will get, guys? The total IP is 256, but what will be my available IP address? Does anyone knows?
I think 254.
No,
252.
254 one
no.
for subnet. Sorry, 255, sir. I think. Sorry,
251.
sorry. 255. One for default gateway, another for.
Guys, what's the number? See where we are stucking. So you need to identify it. Anyone knows the answer? What's the answer? Guys, not even a single one. Guys, are you there?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think 255, sir. One for default gateway, all are for IP address.
Okay, 255 is not the right answer, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
How about others? Not even a single one in this group. The
254.
total is 250. No,
251.
it's 251. The first four will be allocated to Microsoft, and the last one will be allocated to Microsoft. Out of 256, 5 will be gone. What will be the rest of the other thing? It's 251, guys.
51.
I've written it very clear. You all remember it?
Yes, sir.
If not,
Yes, sir.
let me share my screen one more time. Guys, you can able to see here. I think my screen got rotated. So let's fix that after some time. But you should remember this slide at least. So you all remember it all the way it goes till 255, and the first four and the last one is reserved by Microsoft, so that the available that becomes 251. At least right now, everyone are clear. One round of S no.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, great. So let me share my screen one more time. And this time I will just create two machines. Okay. So I will just create my first machine on my VNet one, on my subnet one. Okay. So I click on virtual machine. I click on it. And here, guys, I'm just selecting my VNet one, and inside the subnet one, I'm just selecting it. And it's asking me that, do you want to have a public IP? The answer is yes, I need that. Okay. So let create a new public IP. And by default, this is going to have a private IP as well, because the machine is got placed inside the VNet and the subnet. Now, at least anyone can say me that if I just create this virtual machine, what would be the private IP of this particular machine would be? Anyone? Now this VM1 is getting created, right? What would be the private IP of that particular machine, guys?
10.0.0.4.
Perfect. How about others, guys? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
What happened, guys? You're all in mute. It's 10.0.0.4 because the first four and the last one is reserved by Microsoft. What will be the next available number? That will be 10.0.0.4. Okay. And since I said I need a public IP, I got the public IP. Everyone are clear? One round of S no. Your silence makes me a little bit fear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How about others? Only two people.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great. So let me create another virtual machine as well for my other activity. So I need two machines for today. So I click on VM, same things, but I give a different name called VM2, and rest of the other functionalities that are going to remain same. And this time also, I'm just going to keep this guy in the same VNet and subnet. And it's asking you want a public IP. I just select the answer as no. I click on review and create. Let this creation goes in the background and we will wait till that. So let the creation also goes in the background now. Right now, can anyone guess what will be the private IP of the VM2, guys? Apart from Rupa.
10.0.0.5.
What's up?
At the end 5, 10.0.0.5.
Yes, you're right. Now this is the architecture of my particular design. So I have a VM1 and I have a VM2, and this guy will have two IP address. One is public, another one is private, because I said very clear I need a public and a private. And this guy will have only the private IP. Okay. Now I am sitting in my home. Now I need to take an RDP to the VM1. So if I click on this public IP, can I able to connect, guys? What do you think, so?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if I same guy, if he just types the private IP from his own laptop, can he able to connect?
No.
Answer is no.
No.
Now the same guy, if he just types the private IP of the VM2, can he able to connect?
No.
No. All good. Now, right now, I give a scenario that I need to log into my VM2 right now. So what can I do, guys? I need to log into my VM2. So what can be done?
Then we should have the public IP.
Yes, perfect. Good. Then you should have a public IP. If you have a public IP, then you can able to connect. Yes, you are 200% right. Now, one more requirement. I don't want to add a public IP. Okay, I don't want to do this. I know whatever you said is correct, but I don't want to add a public IP, but I need to log into my VM2 right now. So what can be done, guys? Anyone knows? Okay, the answer is very simple. Okay. From the VM1, if you try to log into the VM2, it will log in. You can log into VM1 because it has a public IP. Am I right? So you can just log into that, and from the VM1, if you're logging to the VM2, it will log in. because the machines are placed inside the VNet. Everyone are clear? If someone is inside, then you can able to log in by using the private, right? So the same scenario. One round of S. No, guys. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's try to do the same thing. Okay. Now the private IP of the VM2 should be like 10.0.0.5, and it doesn't have a public IP. You just saw here, right? It doesn't have a public IP. Now I need to go to my VM1, and the VM1, guys, just give me 1 minute. Yeah, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I got one call. So right now I'm just inside my VM1, right? So I open my RDP, I put my IP address, and I click on connect. So it will prompt me the username and password. Now I will give my password and it will log in. Okay, the same guy Satish right now. So let it run in the background. So I will just open this guy and I will just try to connect to my private IP address of my VM1 itself. Okay, and you all know that it will not connect for the practice. I'm just doing it. So I'm just connecting to a private IP of my VM1, that is 10.0.0.4, and it will not connect. We know that very well. So within couple of minutes I will get an error. So same way, I will just type RDP one more time and I will try to connect to my VM2 private IP address also. See, VM1 got error that is running in the background. So I will just try for the VM2S also. So this got error, all good. Now 10.0.0.5 is running, and all the way it will run for a couple of minutes and we will get the error for sure. So till this point, everyone are good, I believe. Can I have one round of S now, guys, please? Because since it's
Yes, sir.
networking, little bit of
Yes, sir.
confusions.
Yes, sir.
I have one question.
Guys,
So,
what are the? Yeah, yes. Semi.
when creating the VM, we selected our subnet and also our VNet, but
Yeah.
I see always public IP address doesn't come out of the subnet or VNet. It is from some other VNet.
No. I'm not getting it.
The public IP address, maybe if you go back to your VM, I can see that public IP address is not part of any VNet or subnet. Is this common? I
Yeah,
mean, the
yeah. This
74.255.
yeah. This is common. This is a public IP, okay, which is associated with the VMware.
Okay, but this network interface, another VM
Yeah, yeah.
152.
It's one level higher the ladder. We will come to that. Okay. Right now, this public IP is attached with the VMN because there was a create button was there na, below the VNet and subnet. That's the reason this public IP got attached to the VMN. Just keep it simple.
Okay, so only
Yeah.
private address will come out of this VNet. Okay.
No, private IP address also will be part of the VNet, right? Because inside the VNet only the address range is something like that. You're getting?
Sir, I asked because this 10.0 convention is not there in public. I was always confused.
Yeah.
That's why this question.
Okay. Very simple, sir. I just give you two things. Okay. 10.0.0.4, that is basically inherited from the VNet and the subnet because this machine is placed inside the subnet one, right? What is the range? There will be a range for the subnet one. Am I right? So it's basically inherited from the VNet and the subnet that is known as private. Clear, sir?
Okay.
Now public IP, why it is there? Because during the creation time, I said this particular machine needs a public IP. So that reason it created a public IP. Public IP, you cannot guess it. Okay. It's something random which has been given to you.
Okay.
Clear? Sir?
That was my question. Clear.
Yeah, perfect. So now I am into my VMware. Now what I will do, I will just type 10.0.0.5 and I will click on connect button. This time it will prompt me for the username and password. See, if I just type my username and if I just type my password, that's gonna log in my VM2. I will keep this a little bit left so that you can able to see inside the RDP. I'm just taking in another RDP. So here 10.0.0.5 is accessible, but same 10.0.0.5 was not accessible from my base machine. You know the reason why it is because that machine is inside the VNet. So if you're inside the VNet, then you can able to communicate. If you're outside the VNet, then you cannot able to communicate. Same example like a bus and shuttle. If you want to access the shuttle, you need to be inside the compound. If you're inside the compound, then you can able to access. If you're outside the compound, then you cannot able to access the shuttle. One round of S now, guys. If you're clear.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So if you just wanted to cross confirm, so which machine are you at? I just wanted to confirm it. Just open the command prompt. Okay. Just type ipconfig and you will get the information. See, this is 10.0.0.4 and this private has been attached with the host name that is known as VMware. If you want to cross verify that machine as well, right? Open that particular machine and inside that particular machine, open the command prompt and just type cmd. I know very well by seeing at the top itself, you can able to identify this is VM2. But 200% if you want a confirmation, right? You just open the command prompt and just type ipconfig or just type host name. You will get to know where are you currently at. Okay, it's a typo error. See, can I have one round of S no, guys? If you're 200% clear, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Since you guys are very clear, let me ask a simple question. You try to answer that. Okay. So let me share my screen. So now you know the architectural design of this particular things. Okay. So let me draw some new architectural design. Now, this is a VNet one. And now inside this VNet one, there are like two subnets are there. This is subnet 1 and this is subnet 2. Okay. And here you have a VM1 which has the public and the private IP. And here you have another machine called VM2 which is created on a different subnet. And here also you have a machine which has a private IP. Now I know very well that myself I can log into the VM1 because it has a public IP. Now I cannot able to log into the VM2 because the VM2 doesn't have a public IP. So now my question is, from the VM1, can I use the same mechanism and can I log into the VM2? Is it possible or not possible? Please make sure that the previous thing what we did it right, it's based on same subnet. But here both the machines are in different subnet. So from the VM1, can I able to take an RDB to the VM2 or I cannot? Can I have the answer of yes, no alone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about others?
Possible.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Point.
Yes.
Guys, how about others? Even if you're wrong, that's fine. Yes, no. I hardly hear only 4-5 people. How about others, guys? There are like more than 15 people are there. How do you talk with your friend? Just same way you can just talk with me. Even if you're wrong, we are going to learn from the mistake. I just look for a few other people also to answer. Yes, no.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So the possibility is yes, because all the guys are sitting in a same VNet. So the correct answer is yes. You can able to access the VM1 from the VM2. Okay, sorry, the VM2 can be accessed from the VM1, and you can able to access the VM1 because it has a public IP. Okay, it doesn't mean that within the subnet or across the subnet. Okay, it's the total boundary is VNet. Okay, so if the machines are inside the VNet, then you can able to connect to the machine. If you have another machine called VM3 and which has the private IP, still you can able to connect. Can I have 1% of, sorry, 1 round of S from everyone if you're clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask another question. Okay, and guys, you guys give a try, and this is a homework for you. So you just know how to create a VNet and you know how to create two subnets and just place that machine in a different subnet, and you know how to choose a public IP and how to not to choose a public IP. Today we created a VM2, right? The same way, just in the subnet alone, just select the subnet 2 and you log into the VM1 and you just check it. If you check it right, you will learn more things. Okay, and right now I'm just going to ask another question. So here I have a VNet 1, and inside the VNet 1 I have my subnet 1, and similarly I have another VNet that's called VNet 2. Guys, don't get confused, like here also subnet 1, here also subnet 1. In that VNet, first subnet, and this particular VNet, this is the first subnet. Okay, so don't get confused. So I will log into the VM1. From the VM1, can I able to log into the VM2? And please make sure, guys, both are on a different VNet. Now you can just say me your answer, only yes or no.
No.
I
No.
think no.
No.
No. Anyone in this group who wants to say the answer as yes? If yes, you want, you can raise your hands also.
If it is for public, maybe yes.
No, sir. No, sir. I don't want the reasons. Only yes or no, sir. Okay. Yes,
Yes.
no, sir. You wanted to change your answers?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. The correct answer is yes. It will be accessible because you wanted to have a look into this particular guy. It has a public IP. Guys, if it has a public IP, Satish can directly log into the VM2 also. It is possible, right? If the machine has a public IP, it can be accessible from anywhere in this world. That you all know. From the VM1 also you can log in VM2 because the machine has the public IP. Okay. Guys, everyone are clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I know you might make a small mistake that you would have not focused that this machine has a public IP. That's the reason that I just blocked you guys by you guys just say me the answers alone, yes or no. Because if one guy identified this, now the other guy will be little bit tricky. Okay, so I don't want the answer. So that's the reason I blocked you. Now you might be very clear. I believe. I think Sumant he just came very correct, and at finally he just came into it. That what you're trying to say, am I right, sir?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now let me twist my coin in a better way. So now this machine has only private IP address. Now I can able to access the VM1 because it has a public IP. Now I wanted to access my VM2. So from the VM1 I'm just trying to access the VM2 which has only the private IP, and both the VNets are created on a same subscription, guys. Just keep this point, and now you can just let me know whether VM1 and VM2 can talk each other or they cannot talk. What do you think? So I need only yes or no.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
No.
No. Okay, yes. And other people, guys?
No.
No. Okay. Mugen, don't take me wrong. Like in what basis how you determine it as, sir? Just wanted to ideally think. That's the reason.
I think you have to connect it internally. It will be in private network. It will be, I think.
Okay. So both are in Azure, so it will internally connect. That's
Yeah,
what.
yeah. So
Okay.
internet network, it will be connected to the RDP. So outside a VM2 public, you have to not able to talk to sir.
Okay. So the correct answer is it will not be accessible. Okay. Because that is different machine and this is different machine, and that is located on a different VNet, and it is located on a different VNet. So it cannot able to communicate. So even though they are on the same subscription. And guys, you should
Okay,
know, okay, you should know that why I just mentioned that word called same subscription to make you to little bit harder for you to think. Okay. If I just say same subscription, you might be getting a same mentality like Mohan. Okay. Now it doesn't mean that you know or it doesn't know. Okay. My ultimate aim is like you please make mistake and just learn from the mistake so that you will never make the mistake one more time 200%. Now I'm very much sure that the other people can make mistake or not. Now 200% Morgan will not make a mistake. I'm pretty much sure about it because he makes the mistake and he learns from the mistake. That what we need, guys. Okay. So now everyone are clear, this connectivity is impossible. VM1 and VM2 cannot talk each other because they are on a different VNet. Guys, everyone, do you agree with me? One round
yes,
of
sir.
S now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I need to make it possible, right? Is there any way? Definitely the answer is S. Okay. How you can able to do? You can connect a bridge between a VNet 1 and VNet 2. If you're connecting a bridge, then this is possible. And the concept of the bridge is known as peering. Okay. This concept is known as peering. If you have the peering between the VNet 1 and VNet 2, this concept is absolutely possible. As a user, you can just log into the VM1 which has a public IP. Now, if the peering is there, it will travel across the bridge and it will talk, even though the machine has the private IP. But if you need to make this achievable, then you need to have something called peering. Now, everyone are clear?
Yes, sir.
How about others?
Sir, I need one clarification.
Yes.
On the
Yes.
bridge mode, it will be connected for load balancing, or how to possible, sir?
No. It's not using any load balancer or something. Load balancer is a different concept, okay, on the
Yeah,
networking
okay.
end. So load
Okay.
balancing is something like which receives the traffic and eventually it will distribute the things to the backend accordingly. Okay,
Yeah,
so
okay.
that is different concept. Here, what is happening, right? It uses the Microsoft internal network and it's trying to communicate. Okay, this is not going to
Okay.
happen over the internet. It's going to be the internet Microsoft internal route that is going to happen when you have the peering.
Okay. Okay.
Like how in this case, like you had a connectivity between the VM1 and VM2. So here the connectivities are happening between the boundary. Okay, the boundary is nothing but a VNet 1. Clear, sir?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm understood.
It's not connected with the internet. It doesn't have the communication to the world. Okay, so all the
Okay.
transaction are happening inside the Microsoft. Guys, everyone are
Okay.
clear? One round of S now, because I get only 5 6 people who are saying their yes or no, but other 10 people who are idly on mute. So I'm not sure whether you guys are with me or not. If you're with me, then I'm happy. One round of S no about this peering concepts, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
So I have one
perfect.
question.
Yes, sir.
If we have this bridge peering, will it be like always, even if I add some resources to other VNet or remove them, or is it like always I have to refresh or something?
Okay, so it's a kind of a bridge. Okay, so if you have a bridge, then always the communication will happen. If you broke the bridge, then the communication will not happen. Always you don't want to create. If you're just connected, then the bridge is done. Now, for an example, you have two cities. Okay, let's take an example of Bangalore and Chennai, and you're just connecting a bridge directly from Bangalore to Chennai. Okay, so the connectivity will be always there until or unless you break the bridge. If you broke the bridge, then the people cannot able to travel from here to there. But once it's connected, it's always connected. You don't want to create one more every time or every 5 minutes. No, so once it's connected, it will be always connected. If you want to break, then you can break. If you want to again create, you can just create. We will do it so that you will have visually even more very good connect so that you can understand it better. You got it, sir?
Yes. Okay.
So let me share my screen so that you guys will understand it better. So let's try to do this architectural, guys. So you know this architecture very clear, I believe. You have a VNet one, subnet one, and inside that you have this VM1. Now alternatively, I need to create a VNet 2 and subnet one, and inside that I need to create a VM2, and that machine should have only the private IP. Let's try to do this architectural design, and then we will do the peering concept. Okay, let me share my screen. So right now I have my VM2, right? I will delete my VM2. The reason behind the scene is now the VM2 is located inside the VNet 1 and subnet 1, guys. You know that very well. See, now I don't want this machine to be here. So I will delete it. Okay. Now I will create a new VNet. So I create a new VNet, and this time I will give a different address range. Okay. I will just give 192.162.0.0. Oh, my bad. You can just choose any number, whatever you like, guys. But let me choose. Okay, I'll choose something like this. So my address range is going to follow this mechanism, and my subnet address range also will be following the same mechanism. And you know about it because we just spent a beautiful time on creating a VNet and the subnet. Okay, and see, this guy is going to have 192.162.0.0 and all the way it goes till 0.255. Now let me ask a very simple question. Now if I create a VM2 and if I keep that inside this VNet2 and subnet1, what will be the private IP that will be allocated to the VM2, guys? Can anyone see the range and give me the guess? Not the guess, the answer.
198.162.0.4.
Whether she is right or wrong.
இறக்கி இருக்கு.
Guys, whether she is right or wrong.
Right.
I think 192.162.1.0.
No, sir.
0.4.
Whatever she said is correct. 0.4. Okay. You just go ahead and check the recording and you wanted to have one more refresh. And it's not only for Morgan. The people who cannot able to answer this simple thing, then you are lagging somewhere. And I'm 200% sure that you would have not practiced by creating a VM and you would have not created a VNet for sure. Okay, so just go ahead and just create and see so that you would be getting the answer of it. Okay, and what will be the total available IP address? It's 251. Every concept that remains same, only the range is going to be different. Okay, so let me create a second machine. VM2, and I just say that other configuration that remains same, guys. I click on next. I land to my networking. So here is a place where I need to say where I need to create this machine. So I want to create this machine on a VNet 2. And which subnet you want to have? I wanted to have this particular subnet. I have only one subnet, so I just select that. And it's asking a question that you want a public IP or you don't want. Only two answers you want to select. Either you want, let it be the same one. If you don't want, then click on none. Okay, click on a review and create. Make it simple. Okay, now the progress is going on. Ideally the creation will take 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, meanwhile it will take 1 or 2 minutes, guys. Let me share my screen and I will just say some small things for you, guys. If you're not getting my points or something, right? So you would have been made some simple mistake whatever I am writing here. So I need everyone should be joining the call from the laptop, because if you're joining from your mobile device, right, the screen resolution, the font, everything is going to be smaller, and you're adding one more hard to yourself. Learning itself is hard part, and you're making hard by joining from a mobile device. That is something wrong. So you should have joined the call from the laptop, and you should have joined all the class in a regular way. Today tomorrow, like that. All the classes you should have joined, and then you should have been talking with me by saying the simple answer by yes or no. Okay. And then you should have done the lab, whatever we are doing on the daily basis. If you have not done any one of these things, then you're not with me. Okay. So I have not done earlier, but right now I open my eyes and I just want to do it right now. Even you're not late. Okay. If I'm just saying this at the end of the day, then it's not going to be a little bit useful. So just giving you the eye opener. So just wake up. If you're doing something wrong, then I'm just traveling in this direction and you are traveling in this direction. Just please make it correct and then please travel with me. And the guys, you know very well that the people who are saying as and who are talking with me and they are able to understand, might be they are following this. Okay. And I want everyone to get it. Okay. Not only the one of four. Okay. Just please follow guys so that you will get it better. Okay guys. A small advice which I can able to give from my end. Okay. Perfect. So I'm sharing my screen so that the creation is completed of the VM2. Now, if I just connect, if you just see this machine does not have a public IP. Now I copy this. Guys, if I just try to take an RDP of a private thing from my base machine, will it connect, guys?
No.
No.
It won't. Okay. So now let it go for a couple of minutes and I will get the error for sure. Okay, perfect. So it's not possible. Now I open my VM1. Okay. Now inside my VM1, what happened?
Kindly ping, sir. It will be.
No, sir, the cursor is not working. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's working right now. Now inside this machine, 1 minute. Okay. Now if I just type RDP here, and if I just type the private IP, it will connect. Again, it will not connect because the peering is not enabled, right? So it will not connect and it will give an error for sure. Okay. Perfect. Now how to connect a bridge? Let's focus on that. Now, in order to connect the bridge, you need to go to the VNet. Just type VNet in the search and just select any one of the VNet what you wish to have. Okay, just click on that particular VNet. I go to my VNet 1 and inside my VNet 1 you can able to see something called peering. Click on it and click on add button and just give a name call, any name that you wish to have. I give a name called test 1 and you want to connect to the which virtual network it's asking. So you wanted to connect a bridge, right, between a VNet 1 and VNet 2. Currently you are in VNet 1. So where you want to connect, then you want to connect to the VNet 2. Okay guys, if you're just selecting from the VNet 2 standpoint, then you need to select VNet 1, because if you want to connect a bridge, then you should be vice versa, right? So just click on peering and click on the add button and give a name whatever you wish to have. Okay. And from here, you want to connect where? You want to connect to the VNet 1. Currently, you are at VNet 2, right? Click on VNet 1 and click on this checkbox. What this checkbox does, it allows the VNet 1 to receive and forward the traffic from the VNet 2, just giving a handshake. Now just given another name called test2, and again click on this checkbox. Allow the VNet 2 to receive and forward the traffic from the VNet 1. So you are basically giving a handshake between each other, and click on add. So once it is done, right, so the peering is done right now. Okay, the peering will be automatically done on the other end as well. Now you see there is a name called test2, and which is fully synchronized, and the peering status also it's connected to the VNet 1. If you wanted to cross check from the VNet 1 also, just go to VNet 1 and just go to the peering. You can able to see that test 1 fully synchronized and the status is also connected. If everything is in green color, we know we are doing a good job. Now you open the RDP. Now the peering is there. Now you just connect to the machine that you look for. It's 198.162.0.4 and click on connect. See, it is prompting for the username and password. So I can able to talk to the machine right now that is called VM2, and which is located on a different VNet. How I can able to do? By enabling the peering. Peering is nothing but connecting a bridge between the VNet 1 and VNet 2. Guys, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So right now you can able to see that inside the RDP, you are taking in another RDP. Okay. So now what happens if I delete this peering? I connected to the machine, all good. Now if I delete this peering, what will happen? Let me give a try. So let's always like what you do now. Once you learn something, just do a case study on it. If I do this, what will happen? If I do that, what will happen? Just do a case study. Now if I delete the peering. See, both the peering are getting deleted. Test 1 and test 2. So the peering is broken. The bridge is broken. If the bridge is broken, then the connectivity will happen. It
No.
won't.
Not correct.
No.
Not correct.
It will not connect. See, the peering is not there right now in the VNet 1. Let me go to the VNet 2 and let's confirm it. I go to the peering. You can able to see, right? If you do a small refresh, it will go. That's a UI issue. Okay. If you do a refresh, it's gone. To confirm it, I go to my VM1. See, right now you get one small error called reconnecting. If I try to do something now, you cannot do anything with this. But if you minimize this machine, right? You can able to use this VM1. But if I click on this guy, you will get an error saying that the connection has been lost and we are trying to connect it. Like basically it will try to connect for 5 times. Now the attempt 2 is running on. So VM1 is trying to connect to the VM2 right now, and the third attempt is going on right now. And after third attempt, it will try for the fourth attempt, and then it will try for the fifth attempt. Even if it's not possible, then the connectivity will break automatically. Okay, so now you know how the peering concept is working, guys. Everyone are clear?
Yes, sir.
See, if I want to rebuild, okay, once we have created and we have disconnected that peering, again, if you want to recreate, that will happen, right?
Yeah, that will happen.
Yes.
You can create n number of times and you can delete n number of times as per your wish. Sumant, you're getting? You also looked for the same question, right? You're getting the point?
Yeah, maybe I'll try once again. My question was different. I said once we have
Yeah.
this peering, if we add or remove some resources, will it still the same? But you said it's
No,
possible.
no, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Come again.
No, inside the
1 minute. Let me share my screen. Okay. So right now, this is the architectural design. Guys, whenever you have any doubts which is running in your head, right, you also take a paper and a pen, just draw it. If you know the fundamental, you can able to clear it very easily. Now he is trying to ask some question. Let me draw it and let me try to figure it out. Yes, you can proceed your question, please.
Yeah, my question was, once after we have laid this peering bridge, then if we add some resources to VNet, like
Okay.
new virtual machine inside the new subnet, maybe, will it still
Okay.
be the same, or do we need to refresh? That was my question.
Okay. Now I just created a VM3, okay, on a different subnet. Now from the VM1, the connectivity will happen or not? That is a question, right?
Yes.
It will happen because the peering status is there now. In VNet only, you're just checking. You just saw that my screen when I created a VNet, right? So inside the VNet, I'm just doing the peering. So the connectivity is from the VNet to VNet. Okay, so it's always the path is open. So you can create
Okay.
n number of new resources. You can delete it. It doesn't mean okay. But if you delete the bridge itself, now then you cannot able to do it.
Yeah, understood.
Okay,
Thank you.
if the bridge is there, then new resources you create, it can able to access. You just create one more thing here, so you can able to do it. If you do it, the connectivity should work and it will work. Okay, so
Okay, thank you.
yeah, perfect. Guys, whatever he asked is a good question. So whenever any new missions are created, you wanted to do any sort of refresh or anything needs to be done from the VNet level or something. That was his question. Okay, so you don't want to do anything. Okay, so you just create it because already the bridge is open, you can able to travel. Clear, guys? One round of S now. S no.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So just practice. Okay, if you just practice, you will get to know more things, guys. And just think, I'm just drawing and I'm just reaching by the flow and we are doing it practically. Just think that if you have everything in a PPT or everything we have a bullet point, then imagining that particular point in my shoes and your shoes will be different. Right. Now you watch a movie. Okay. So you know what is a visual and how the hero is going to be there, how the comedy and villain, and you know the complete story. Now, if you just want to say the same story to one more guy, and he doesn't know the hero and he doesn't know the concept of his and what kind of cinematography or what is running behind the scene, he doesn't knows. And basically, when you convey that story, right? So that guy imagine his own level. Okay, this would be like that, or this level, that level. So I don't want to do that. Okay, so that's the reason that I'm not putting any kind of PPTs or any kind of bullet points, because if I just draw and if I just show you, you also will clearly understand that what I'm trying to do and you will get more points. Okay, and you are learning everything practically. If you learn practically, theoretical stuff you don't want it to connect itself. And now if I just ask someone who are with me from the first, if I just ask you to talk about peering, he will just talk at least for 5 6 minutes for sure. But if I just show the PPT, right? Peering is nothing but connectivity between the VNets. That's it. So I will just read it and you will also read it and you will not get the point. Okay, but when you do it practically, when you understand it, you are super good. Okay, so I know every learning will be a little bit harder, and please make a practice so that you will be better. Okay, and this is something which I can able to say from my end. So you can just take it and you can just work on it, guys. Okay, guys. Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. The little audience always say yes, but the majority audience, I'm not sure. Okay, if you're with me, then I am happy. Okay, okay, guys, that's it. So this is the part which I need to talk about today, which is about the connectivity between subnets and across the subnets and across the VNets. So how the concept is going to work. This is the thing which I aimed for. So today we could did that. And tomorrow we are going to learn about NIC and we will learn about NSG. Okay, which is one more networking concepts. Okay, and let's meet tomorrow and we will learn that concept as well in a detailed way. Meanwhile, you just practice this 2 classes what we did on networking, guys. Thanks all for joining with me. If you have any questions, you can ask. or else we can just drop off. Any questions? Yes, no?
No, sir.
Okay. Suman, like you, I think you have something.
Yeah, but I can ask you in the end.
Yes, you can, please.
No, I just would like to ask this subnet or the peering, will they still be regarded as resources? Because if I search in resource group level, I can't see them.
Yeah, because these are the internal subcomponents. Okay. You can able to see the VNet inside the resource group. Okay.
Yes.
But subnet is the inner one, which is a part of the VNet. So you cannot able to see it as a resource. Okay. In the same way, peering is a concept which is inside the VNet. So you cannot see any peering inside. You cannot consider that as the resource. Okay. Basically, when you try to create a peering, right, it won't ask you to select a resource group. Have you seen it? Or it doesn't say you to select a region.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Because it's a parent and it's a child. That concept.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Please go ahead.
yes, sir. Sir, there are two remote machine I have to create it. Okay, one in a static IP as assigned, another one for virtual machine. I have to create the peering on the portal. Okay, it will be possible or not possible, sir? Static IP based peering.
Okay. Let me come again one more time. So whatever your question is about, now you want to create one machine, correct? Which is
Yeah,
one
correct.
server, that is VMware. And this machine should have an IP address that is static, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Now what is your next question, sir? Just come again.
This is a static IP for another one VM machine.
Okay.
This is a virtual machine. Okay, I have to assign for this machine for static IP address. For example, 192.162.0.1 default gateway and subnet mask and a DNS. Okay, the internet not connection working or not connection not working, sir. It will be peering working or not working.
Okay. So your question is like this machine is in a different VNet, correct?
Yes,
And which
correct.
has a static IP, and you have
Mm,
created another machine that is on a different VNet, correct?
yes,
And it
yes.
has the peering
Mm,
enabled. Now,
mm.
if the peering is there, will the static IP will connect to this machine or not, correct?
Yes, correct, sir. Absolutely.
By default, the VNet has a peering, then the connectivity will be possible. Okay, doesn't
Okay.
mean that static or dynamic. Okay, static and dynamic, very simple. Static means it doesn't change, dynamic means it changes. That's the key
Yes.
difference between static and dynamic. So the peering concept is different. Peering is a kind of a bridge between the VNet 1 and VNet 2. If the bridge is there, the communication will happen. If the bridge is not there, then the communication will not happen. That's the key point when it comes to peering. But static IP and dynamic IP, it's even, just see. Now you have an IP address called 72 dot blah blah blah. Okay.
Okay.
Now it is connecting. Now all of a sudden you deleted this and you created another public IP that is something 4 dot something something. Now this public IP can able to talk to VNet2, it will talk. Okay. If you can't able to get this point right, hold on your breath. Tomorrow we are going to see something topic which is known as NIC. Correct.
Okay.
This particular time, I have few other topic to talk about it. That time, this doubt will be auto cleared.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And that is the point which I said tomorrow I will focus on NIC and NSG. That will
Okay.
have this connectivity and you will understand it better if you don't get my points today also.
Yeah. Okay. I understand peering concept. It will be possible for any bridge. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so perfect. Okay, guys. How about others? All good? Okay. I
Yes.
think the answer is yes. Okay. We will meet tomorrow and we will focus on this particular concept which is known as NIC and NSG. Thanks all for joining with me and we will meet tomorrow and we will learn higher the ladder. Thanks all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.